Under this tutorial, we'll be dealing on logarithm involving quadratic equation. Now, this should be the fourth tutorial under this topic, logarithm. So for you to be able to follow along, I would advise you to go back and watch the first 3 videos so you'll be able to assimilate this one very fast. Alright, now what we have here is logarithm of x raised to the power 2 plus 7x minus 3 to base 3 equals to 3. Now, if you look at it, you find that already what you have inside the bracket is looking like quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is an equation in such that it has the same variable. It has 2 variables, which is the same. That is, if it is y, to be a y. Now, the first variable will have power of 2. Second variable will have will not have any power, and then it will have a constant value, then equated to 0. Now, in this case, that means our focus will be on getting the first, just like this is what we have here. We have x squared plus 7x minus 30 equal to 0. Now, this is quadratic equation. This is how quadratic equation is supposed to look like. This is the constant, this is the s value, this is the s squared. Okay. All right. Now, at this point, we have from the previous tutorials that we treated, starting from the first tutorial under the topic logarithm, we say that when you have logarithm of a number to a base, that and then you have equated to a variable or a number here, that this base take this one as a power, then equated to this number. In other words, logarithm of this number to any base is equal to this number should be equal to the base raised to the power this value here. In other words, we have this base raised to the power 3 equals to this number of the logarithm. Now, or you can still put this one first. Of course, this thing can come first to equate this. It is still the same thing. All right. Now, having done that, having placed this one first, I have 3 raised to the power 3 is equal to 27. There's nothing much to work on this part. So what we have here is to collect like terms and make it to look like a quadratic equation. We already have x squared. We already have x. We have a constant. This is another constant. So this constant should come out to join this one, and then we have so that nothing will be left here. It will now be equated to 0. Now we now have x squared plus 7x minus 3 this 27 crossing becomes minus 27 equal to 0. So we now have x squared plus 7x minus 3 minus 25 is equal to minus 30 equal to 0. That's quadratic equation. All right. Now I'm going to be using formula method to solve every of the questions I have under this subtopic of logarithm. Okay. Now in our subsequent topics in the tutorial, I'll be dealing on many other formulas of quadratic equation. Well, here we'll be minding formula method. Okay. All right. Now at this point, the value here, this is x squared. So since there's no number here, that means it's assumed that it's having 1 as the coefficient. So a, the coefficient here is the value for a. Coefficient here is the value for b. Coefficient here, this constant here is the c value. That is, don't forget that the c value is not just 30. It is having minus here. So if it is plus, it will be 30. But since there's minus, it will be carrying the minus along. That's minus 30. So we have x equals to, this is the formula method. X equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right. Now this one we have to substitute. All these variables should be replaced with these numbers, the real value. We now have s equals to minus b is already 7 here. So you have minus 7 plus or minus 7 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6 minus 30. So I have to put in brackets so that times will multiply minus, okay? So that it will separate the times and the minus. All right. Now we don't have s squared, and we remember we have all over this 2 here is this 2. The a is 2a means 2 times a. That's 2 times 1. Is 1 for us. Okay. Now we have x is equals to minus 7 plus or minus square root of square. The square of 7 is 49. Then looking at this one, we have to look at this is minus here. We look for all the signs here. Minus times plus is minus times. Another minus here will become plus. That's minus times minus will give us plus. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 30 is equal to 120. All over 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Now we have s equals to minus 7 plus or minus 49 plus 120 is equal to 169. All over 2 times 1 is 2, of course. Then we still bring down the 2. Now we have s equals to minus 7 plus or minus square root of 169 will give us 13. All over these 2, okay? Now we now have s equals to minus 7 plus 13. Now, In this case, there's nothing more to work on both sides of in each of the terms on the numerator. So what we have to do is to work on the plus or minus separately. We have plus here, we have minus here. Okay, the values are still the same. Now we now have minus 7 plus 13 will give us 6. You're owing 7, you got 13. When you pay the 7, you're owing, you'll be having 6. That having is positive. That's 6 over 2. Now this is you're owing 7, you owe 13, you'll be owing 20. That's minus 7 minus 13 is equal to minus 20, or still over 2. Now 6 over 2 will give us 3. Minus 20 over 2 will give us minus 10. So in other words, the value for s, of course, we are meant to find the value for s in this question. So value for s will give us 3 or minus 10. All right, now second question says logarithm of 2 raised to the power 2 plus 5x plus 7 to base 2 equal to 0. Now this one is already having power of 0, more standard and more. And okay, all right, now we won't assume that it will be it will call like 0 like that. Now at this point we have 2 raised to the power 0, okay, equal to this number. Now, but I have to put this number first, because if you say s equal to 0 and 0 equal to s, is still the same thing. So whichever one that comes first is still okay. So we have this number equals to 2 raised to the power 0. Now, of course, 2 raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. Now, since it is 1, we have s squared, we have s, we have a constant, and another constant. This constant has to come and join this one. Now, when the when the 1 cross equality sign becomes minus 1, so we now have and nothing more will be left here. So we have equal to 0. Now 7 minus 1 will give us 6. So we now have, this is now a standard quadratic equation, so we call it a quadratic equation, and then flow along. We now have for still using the formula method, since there's no number here, coefficient is 1. So a is equal to that coefficient of s squared, which is 1. B here is the coefficient of this s, which is 5, and c is equal to 6. All right, now this is the formula for the quadratic equation. The reason why I say s equal to this, although sometimes I will say y, but because the reason why I'm using s, because our question is having s in it, so we are expected to find the x. All right, but had it been I had y here, I would now say y equal to, so that we'll end up getting the value for y. Now we now have s equals to minus 5 plus or minus square root of course, our b is 5, and then our b is still 5. Then 4 comes in, then a is 1, and then b is equals to, sorry, this is 6, c is equal to 6. Okay, all over 2a is equal to 2 times a, which is 2 times 1. Of course, a is equal to 1. Now, 5 squared is equal to 25. Minus times plus will give us minus. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 6 is equal to 24. All over 2. Okay, you can still use your calculator and solve these ones at once. All right, now we now have 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Now, s is equal to minus 5 plus or minus 25 minus 24 will give us 1. So we have square root of 1 here, all over 2. Of course, square root of 1 is equal to 1, because 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, all right. Now we now have all over 2. Now s equals to minus 5 plus over plus 1. Of course, since there's nothing more to work on both sides, we now have to concentrate on the plus and minus. 7 plus one side and 7 minus one side. We now have plus here, 5 minus 1. You're owing 5, you got 1. When you pay the 1, you're owing. When you pay the 1, you out of the 5 you're owing, you'll be owing 4. So you have minus 4 left. Now minus 4, you're owing 5, you owe 1, you'll be owing 6. Okay, now still over 2 over 2. Now minus 4 over 2 is equal to minus 2. Minus 6 over 2 is equal to minus 3. That is it for that question. Now the next question here on our list is 2 log x minus log x plus 6 equal to 0. Now this one seems to be more critical, but still, what you use to know whether it will land you on quadratic equation is the fact that if you look at this having log and this having log 2 log. For us, of course, on the normal case, we need to look for a way to remove this log from this side, from both sides. So for us to remove the log, of course, this one is having 2, so this 2 is coming over to become s squared. So since it's going to become s squared, of course, you know you're going to have s here, and there's a constant as well. In other words, there's a possibility of this thing going to lead us to quadratic equation. In other words, now bringing this thing out, we have s squared. This is still what it is, equal to 0. But at this point, if you use division method, as in try to factor out the log, remember there's no log here on this 0 part. So for us to justify this other side, it's better we carry this thing over to this other side of the equation. Now we now have log s squared equals to 1 minus log s plus 6 cross equation becomes plus log x plus 6. Okay, now at this point we now have common log. We have to divide both sides by the log. Okay, now dividing through by log, we now have this log cancel. This log will cancel the log, and this log will cancel the other log, as in the variable side by the log. Okay, so what we have left is s squared equals to s plus 6. Now, collecting log terms, we have s squared minus s. This s crossing becomes minus s. This is crossing becomes minus 6. Since there's nothing more left here, we have 0. This is now our quadratic equation. We still solve it as a normal quadratic equation. Okay, now, of course, we have a is equal to 1 here. B is equal to minus. Since there's no number here, it's having minus 1. It's automatically having 1, but there's minus here, so it's minus 1. This is our c is equal to minus 6. So we still flow along as the normal procedure. Now look at this one. This is the fourth question. I'll focus on solving this because this is where we are having much of the problem on this logarithm. So once we get to this formula method, of course, you should have the basic knowledge of this. I've already taught it in the other first 2 questions. So you just flow along and solve it out. Now at this point, we have logarithm of s squared minus 6 to base 10 equals to 1 plus log s to base 10 minus log 2 base 10. Now at this point, we have found out that there's 1 here. And of course, our target is still to make sure that we remove log on both sides. So how can we remove log on both sides when this one is not having log? So we look for a way to give this one its own log. Of course, 1 is sent with log 10 base 10. Of course. So since these ones are having 10 here, it means logarithm of a number to its own base is equal to 10, is equal to 1. So, and of course, this one should have the 10 as well, the log 10. So giving 10 to it, of course, is equal to 1. Logarithm of 1 of 10 is equal to 1. Okay, now we now have log of base 10 this side, and everything is just a balance. So at this point, you look for a way to work on in such a way that we'll get a single term here and single term on this other part. Of course, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 terms here and just single term here. So we need to look for a way to get single terms. So for us to get the single terms, we have to factor out the log from here. Now, factoring out the log, we find out that we have 10. We apply the law of logarithm. That's multiplication law and division law on this side. Now we have, when you factor out the log 10, this 10 will enter inside the bracket. This plus not change to times, and then x. Because of minus, we not say all over. That's division. Then 2. Okay, now dividing both sides. And since we have log on both sides now, we can divide both sides by log. Now dividing both sides by log, we now have x squared minus 6 equals to 10 times s equal to 10s all over 2. Okay, so what you have left is this. Now having this in mind, of course, I can still go ahead to cancel. This can cancel this, giving me 5, and making my job easier. But I think I proceed with the 2 and the 10. So not minding, 2 times this will give me this, and then 10 will be left. That's 10 over 1 as a cross multiplying. So at this point, I have 2 times s squared will give me 2s squared. 2 times minus 6 equals to minus 6. Now equals to 10x. Now I have to divide. Having seen that everything here can be divided by 2. Okay. Now what I have to focus on dividing everything here by 2 so that I have smaller number to work with. Now dividing everything here by 2, I'll have 2. These 2, the 2 for this one will cancel the 2 I'm dividing with. Give me just x squared. The 2 will divide this one, give me 6 minus 6. 2 will divide this one, give me 5. So which is something that if I cancel this one by if I remove divided this time by 2, I'll have 5, which is gonna give me s squared minus 6. S squared minus 6 equals to 5. So on your own time, I think you should look for a way to make it use this simpler method. But whichever way, we are still on the track. So now, seeing this is going to lead us to quadratic equation. We have s squared, we have 5, we have s, we have a constant. In other words, we have to carry everything over to the other side, having nothing left here. Now, the only value at the other side is 5s. So bringing this 5s, of course, we have to make it balanced. S of square will come first, followed by s without power, then constant. So s squared has come, 5s crossing becomes minus 5s, then 6. Minus 6 didn't cross anywhere, so it still remains the minus 6, equal to 0. Now this is the quadratic equation we are working with. Now at this point, this is still what we are working along with. Okay, you just follow the normal procedure, and then you get it done. All right. Now for this one, of course, you have that this minus, this unlike the other first questions, and just like this one now, the b is having minus. So that minus, since I have for my formula minus b, I have minus 1 here. So since this minus 1 is just the b only, but the formula has minus, which is this one. Minus will multiply this minus, give me plus. Okay, every other thing is just normal. Okay, Now, at this other part of the question, I have log x minus 3 to base 10 plus log x minus 18 to base still base 10. But there was no base given here. Of course, when there's no base given, it is automatically in base 10. Now equated to 2. Now at this point also, we have everything here has log, and we'll look for a way to remove this log. And for this other one, since this one doesn't have log, we need to give it its own log. Now, given this one log, of course, since on the previous question that we treated, we said 1 is equal to log 10. That means 2 will be equal to log 100, which is 10 raised to the power 2. Of course, we now factor out the 2, okay? And then when we factor out the 2, it will be 10, 10. So 10, 10 is equal to 1. Of course, logarithm of a number to its own base is equal to 1. So that 2 multiplied the 1, giving us 2. Now, just take note that logarithm of 100 to base 10 is equal to 2, okay? All right, now at this point, we now have 2 logs on both on the other sides. Okay, now we have to factor out make this into be the same. Okay, to have a single term here. Now, making this one to have a single term, we have to factor out this log 10, log 10. Factoring the log 10, because of plus, we now have times, okay? This bracket indicates times, okay? Now, we now have dividing through by log 10. Since we have log 10, single term of log 10 here and single term of log 10 on the other side of the equation, we have to divide both sides by log 10. We now have, what we have left is now s minus 3 bracket x minus 18 equals to 100. Now, at this point, we need to opening up the bracket. We have s times s is equal to s squared. S times minus 18 is equal to minus 18s. Minus 3 times s is equal to minus 3s. Minus 3 times minus 18 is equal to plus 58. Of course, minus times minus is equal to plus. So equal to 100. We now have x squared, s squared minus 18x minus 3s equals to minus 21x plus 58. Now, this 100 has to come over in order to enable a 0 to remain here. Now, we have 100 crossing becomes minus 100 equated to 0. Now, at this point, we find out that we have two constants here. 54 minus 100 will give us minus 46, which is, and then equated to 0. And now this is our standard quadratic equation. Now, the first, the coefficient here is 1, coefficient here is minus 21, the constant value here is minus 46. So this is the formula method. We now follow the formula method and solve it out. Now, the other question is question number 6. All right, the 6th question here is logarithm of 5s plus 2 to base x minus log s to base x equal to 2. All right, now, you find that we have common base log s here. Now, of course, in this case, there's no way I can make this one to have the same log with all these ones, because I can never get logarithm of any number to base s to give me 2. So in that case, I have to solve on this one separately. In other words, log x will be factored out on these 2. I have log x here. Now, this value comes in. Because of minus, we have division divided by this 3 here. Now, equated to these 2. Now, at this point, we now solve, since we have only but single logarithm here, we now look for a way to remove it. Of course, we have x. This is just like a formula, like the definition of logarithm. We say logarithm of a number to its own base equals to 2. So, since we have that case, we can now, this base, normally take this number as a power. We now have x raised to power 2 equals to 5s plus 2 all over 3. We now have, at this point, we just cross multiply. 3 times s squared is equal to 3s squared equated to this same number. Of course, this over 1. And everything here time divided by that 1 will give all the same thing. And now, at this point, we have to carry everything here over to the other side of the equation, leaving 0 here. So we now have 3s squared, 5s crossing becomes minus 5s, 2 crossing becomes minus 2, equal to 0. This is now our quadratic equation. Now we still, the coefficient of of s squared here is 3. So a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 5 here. Now c is equal to minus 2. Now this is the formula. We still substitute it and then solve out the whole thing. If you are still having problem with this, still follow along with the first 2 examples that are treated here. You'll be able to flow along. And also you can still visit indices and also the topic that has to do with. Okay, you can still visit the teachings under indices, or you still meet us under another topic which critically deals with a quadratic equation. Okay,